Listen, I've been thinking about this for a long time now. This has been on my mind. And I'm going to just give y'all a warning right now to any of the persons that's watching this video, that clicked on this video. If you have a small attention span, if you're a fucking brain rot TikTok doom scroller and you can't pay attention to something for more than 10 hours, I mean, for more than 10 minutes, and you could only last and you could only sit there throughout a second of a video or someone talking or a lesson, then get the fuck on. I'm just warning y'all right now, if you're not somebody that can actually sit here, learn, gather some knowledge, gather some more intelligence, then get the fuck on. Like that's all. Like if you an Instagram reel watching ass motherfucker, if you over here scrolling and you be on TikTok for 24 plus hours, if you only like watching clips and you only like watching motherfuckers do something for about a minute, if that, because you motherfuckers only really like 40 seconds statistically, you niggas only could bear and handle 40 seconds of something, then y'all niggas better get the fuck on and get on walking and keep on pushing, because this video is not for you, because we finna get in depth, we finna get very gritty, it's finna be detailed, it's finna be explanations, and nigga, this is gonna be patience and pacing, and we gonna take as long as the fuck we need, because this is something that I must explain, this is something that I must get off my chest, and I think a lot of people will not only learn from this, but a lot of people will ponder and start thinking after this video, and this shit is gonna get your gear shifting. So if you're not one of those motherfuckers that actually like paying attention, and you don't actually like long videos, then you gotta get your ass on. That's my only warning to you. Other than that, if you a motherfucker that do want to sit here, you do want to learn something, and you want to hear my opinion, which might be a fact, then alright, nigga, stay for the ride. Cause I'm about to hit you with some shit. Coronavirus was planned. Now, it either was divine intervention by God, or it was something else, which I'm gonna leave last. I'm not gonna reveal it now. First, I want to talk about the divine intervention part. Now, the reason why I said it was a divine intervention is because I believe that it was something that was going to happen that was going to absolutely change the course of history and destroy humanity as we know it. Specifically, America. Here's why I say that. The thing that happened, right, with the coronavirus, the facility that it broke out of was in China. Bats, they were in China. Now, yes, it's true that bats do carry a gene, a virus inside of them, like the coronavirus. They do carry COVID. But what's not true is that we just got it from bats. Nobody actually specified, or actually, it was very vague. No one actually cleared up or gave any sort of reassurance why we were getting sick and there was so many people dying from fucking bats. Why? Well, because it wasn't just bats, my guy. It was an experiment. It was a bioengineered weapon that was being created by China to attack the USA and the entire West and the European countries. Yep. Yep. So the virus that was in the bats was not the original virus. The virus was engineered and experimented on and studied, and it was actually made stronger by all the experimentation and the re-engineering of the virus that the scientists and the doctors and the people in the facilities and the labs were doing to the virus. They just needed the bat to get what they needed to keep experimenting to make the virus. The bats was a part of it, but the bats were not the cause of it. The bats was just, they were just the lackeys, right? Just in simpler terms, the bats was just what they needed. That was just a stepping stone, right? That was just a base to build a foundation. So the bats were taken from wherever they were taken from, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't from no motherfucking. Cause I know China got these what you call it? They got these shopping marts. I'm gonna just call them shopping marts, where you go down the strip and it's a whole bunch of people selling food, selling this, selling that, right? And it's like some old ass food trucks just lined up all around. You feel me? Like, they got that shit going on. You feel me? It's kind of like walking through a village. Everybody is merchants and shit. So it wasn't from bats being eaten. It wasn't from bats being hung up by a fucking hook, cooked and fried, put inside some grease, and getting served up on a platter. No, these bats that were being experimented on, that the virus was taken from, were wild bats. These bats were from the wild. They were very much alive. They were captured. They were captured after being found out that they have a certain kind of virus that these scientists were keeping tabs on and analyzing and analyzing on inside of the bats. And so then they found out that they could use that virus and they could turn it into something very dangerous and deadly. After they found out that the virus can be potentially something very deadly that they can use lethally as a lethal force against their right competitors, opponents, America and the European countries, what they did was capture the bats, took them to a lab, and they started to experiment with said virus. They extracted the virus out of the bats, and then they start re-engineering it. They started re-engineering it. Now, the virus that was in the bats is not the virus that was the COVID-19 that everybody got sick from. No, hell no. The virus that was in the bats is not that strong. Hell no. Not that strong in the fucking slightest. The virus that we got sick of, the COVID-19 coronavirus, it was an engineered virus, but it wasn't fully done. That's the thing you guys are not getting. This was supposed to be a bioengineered weapon, but they didn't get to create it yet. They didn't get to actually go through the entire process. It wasn't fully finished. So what happened was divine intervention. God came in, and I don't give a fuck who says what. This is simply divine intervention because these guys were under our nose doing this shit. They were under our nose doing this shit, and we had no clue. So if it wasn't for Jesus, America would not probably be here today. God came in, and instead of allowing him to finish the entire process and complete this bioengineered virus, which would have absolutely wiped us out and been 10 to 20, probably 100 times worse than COVID itself, God came in and destroyed it. Destroyed it. Let it disperse in the air at its weakest, not at its strongest strain, and then boom, that's how we got into the whole lockdown and the world going absolutely nuts and everything going fucking AWOL and everything going crazy and everybody getting sick and it's a whole pandemic. So what happened was they were trying to make a bioengineered weapon, but they didn't get to make it because before they got to actually fully create it, it broke out into the air and boom, everything fell apart. Everybody found out that it was China. Everybody found out that it was bats. Everybody found out the facility, so they couldn't continue going through with it. They were already caught. They were caught, even though nobody knew that they were doing that. Because I'm probably one of the first motherfuckers that's talking about this shit. There's probably other niggas, but I'm probably one of the first. Even though a lot of countries and people didn't know they were doing that, they knew they were doing that. And they couldn't keep on doing it because they're like, okay, we're already caught. The virus got out. It thwarted all our plans. Basically, the virus getting out of their facility thwarted their plans. It was too hot. They couldn't keep on going with it. The alerts was too high. All the countries and everybody they were already on. They were already on pace. They was already on that. They wasn't playing. Once the virus got out, every country locked down. Every country, you feel me? Whoopty whoop whoop. Not only that, but China had to lock down, and a lot of people were looking at China, and motherfuckers wouldn't let China out of their eyesight. That's one thing I can say. The world was definitely pointing fingers at China, letting China know, yo, my nigga, we watching you. I'm looking at you on the side of my eye. You motherfuckers is up to something. So, other than that, so boom, it thwarted their plans. They weren't able to make the bio weapon. Now, another reason why I say that this was a bioengineered weapon, and this was never just a regular virus that broke out and started a huge pandemic that put us in lockdown for years, caused a huge shift in our lives, in society itself. It's literally broke us. Like, the coronavirus affected every fucking body in a way that's not just sickly, not just physically, mentally, emotionally. People don't even act the same with each other anymore. It's something more to that virus, y'all. I'm telling y'all. Other than that, here are the regions with the highest case numbers. And this is what I'm finna get into and why that coronavirus was planned. The regions with the highest case numbers for COVID and deaths was America and the European regions. I don't give a fuck about the South Asia regions and the other regions. You know why? Because they're not the first regions that are sick. European and America are the farthest from South Asia in China. But we were the predominant places and regions that had the most deaths and sicknesses. How the fuck is that possible? How the fuck is every other place other than China, other than China, like Brazil, India, I don't see China nowhere. I don't see China nowhere. How the fuck is every other place? Can she stop yelling in the background? Thank you. How is every other place, right? Not other than China, that affect not that affected. And here's why. Here's my guess. Here's my guess. Here's just my guess. It's because China already made a vaccine before they were going to make the bioweapon. They already knew what they were going to do. So guess what they did? They made a vaccine and they injected all of the people in China, or at least however many regions or what regions they knew to inject, because they knew that those were going to be the regions that were to be most affected. They injected the people in their country with this vaccine before they created the bioweapon. And I think they studied it very thoroughly. So they knew what vaccine they could make. So they made like an antidote, right? Some sort of antidote, an anti-virus, anti-COVID-19 virus, whatever the fuck vaccine. So they injected it in their people. And so just in case, if anything would have went wrong, or if the virus do get out and they accidentally, because if they're making a bioweapon, of course there's always that risk. There's always that potential that you're going to affect your own people in your own country. There's always that risk that you might fuck around and kill your own self. So what they did was, to avoid that, they made that vaccine. They made that vaccine and they injected it inside of the people in their country. And they did this in hopes that if anything were to go wrong or anything were to go left, the people in their country wouldn't be as affected as the people in other countries. So the people in China developed their immunity. They took whatever virus it was, probably from the bat, right? They took the original virus, right, from the bat, whatever it was. They probably re-engineered it in some sort of way, and they made a antidote, and they injected it inside of them. It's kind of like when you get the flu injected in your arm. You know that that's actually the flu. But it's dead. So what the Chinese did was they made like a dead version of it. They made a crash dummy version of it, and they put it inside of the people so they could develop immunity. And a lot of Chinese motherfuckers developed immunity. A lot of them. All couple billions of those motherfuckers, or hundreds of millions of those motherfuckers. Because China still got affected. They did. There was still people that died and got sick in China, but it wasn't to the same degree as the West, European countries, and America, because they had more of an immunity. So that's what they did. And the reason why I say that it was a bioengineered weapon is because how the fuck this same virus that killed so many people breaks out into your country, and your people are almost to the point, it's almost like they're fine. It's almost like they have some sort of immunity. It's almost like you motherfuckers already had access to some sort of vaccine. But everybody else, no. We had to create a vaccine. You think China actually needed to make a vaccine? Nah, them niggas was good. They was just playing their part. That's it. They was just playing their part. But the virus that they let get out, no, that wasn't just a virus, y'all. That was a bioengineered weapon to destroy America, to destroy other countries, and to use against other people. I'm telling you this right now. But it was because of divine intervention and God Himself stepping in and not allowing that to happen that thwarted their plans. So they weren't able to do it. So that's the first reason. Okay? It was a bioengineered weapon, and they were trying to kill us. They were trying to kill us. Why were they trying to kill us? Well, Trump was going to be back in office. There was a lot of reasons. They knew they were going to get hit with the tariffs. They knew that Biden was going to get up out of the office soon. They didn't have enough time because everybody seen that Biden could not run the country well, and he was absolutely shit at it. So they had to kick that motherfucker out. And they knew that Trump was going to be elected again. China knew Trump was going to be elected again. They knew Kamala Harris wasn't going to get it. They knew that some way, somehow, America was going to get back on its feet. but they had to destroy America before that. They had to. And the best way to do it was when Biden was in office. The best way that they could have did it was when Biden was in office. That was the best chance that they had. Because other than that, they knew when Trump came back, it was over. It was over. It was nothing that they was gonna be able to do. Trump Trump was gonna start putting foots on niggas' necks. And so the best way and the greatest in the window that was open for them to cause absolute havoc and absolute Armageddon to our country was when Biden was in office, because that's when our country was at its weakest and less competent. That's when all the legislators and the Congress and the Senates and the Democrats and the Republicans, that's when everybody was just, that's when the politics was just stupid as fuck. Niggas was getting into fights literally live on air. What the fuck are we doing, bro? Like, what is our country? Other than that, so boom. That's one. Here's the second reason. Here's the second reason for why coronavirus was planned. I know what happened. Now, this might be a little far-fetched. You might listen to this and be like, nigga, what? But let me explain. It was niggas that look like this. I want y'all to get a good look at, bro. He's a very prominent, important part to what I'm about to say. I want y'all to get a good look at, bro. It was niggas that look like this in the lab cutting the fuck up. I'm talking about, it was a bunch of Asian niggas that threw a lab party to celebrate creating a chemical weapon, popping bottles of 1942 with a bunch of big booty Chinese bitches. And while they're getting lit, right? And I'm telling you, this is what happened. I'm explaining it to y'all. This might sound crazy, but just let me go through with it. While they were getting lit, one of the hoes said to this dweeb ass nigga, right? This one of these niggas, right? One of the hoes said, "Hold the valve with the virus in your hand. I want to see if I put this ass on you, will you drop it? Show me how dangerous you are, daddy." And what did he say? He said, "Well, you know how us niggas are. We'll do anything to get the pussy. That's just a fact." So then after she said that, the nigga was like, "All right, bet." So his horny ass picks up the virus. Then after he picks up the virus, the nigga says, "Now throw it back on that lead dick, bitch. Throw it back on that lead dick." And then boom. Next thing you know, his little yellow dick get hard a little too fast. He gets whiplash. The nigga get horny a little too quick and has an arousal aneurysm. Loses his grip and drops the fucking virus. Boom. The world goes on lockdown. That's the second part. That was a little choppy because I was reading it off of my notes. Yeah, y'all, I wrote that shit down. Yeah, actually, I wrote it down. So that's what happened. That was the second part. Like, I'm like, niggas will do anything to get pussy. Like I said, his horny ass picked up the virus. The nigga said, "Now throw it back on that little ass dick. Throw it back on that little dick, bitch." That's what he said. Hold on, y'all. I'm reading this wrong. Yeah, that's what he said. He said, "Now throw it back on that little dick, bitch." You feel me? And he put his. It's one of these niggas. Remember, y'all. Remember when I said, "Look at him, get a great look." I want y'all to imagine this scenario. You know what? I'm gonna read it again for y'all niggas, cause I really want you to imagine this shit. Not because I fucked it up the first time, but I'm gonna read it again just so you niggas could actually really get a picture of what I'm trying to say. Because I'm telling you, bro, this shit is real. This This is the second thing. This had probably happened. I'm telling y'all, bro. I just need y'all to get an actual depiction. So I'm gonna read it again. It's a bunch of Asian niggas that look like him. They threw a lab party to celebrate creating a chemical weapon, right? A bioengineered weapon. They popping bottles in 1942 with a bunch of big booty Chinese bitches. And while they getting lit, one of the hoes say to the dweeb ass niggas that look like him, hold the vial with the virus in your hand. I want to see how I put this ass on you, you drop it. Show me how dangerous you are, daddy. And then after she said that, you know niggas will do anything for the pussy. In that moment in time, he wanted that bitch. He wanted to fuck. Come on, my nigga. He's celebrating. He getting lit. He popping bottles. This big booty Chinese bitch in front of his face. She testing him. She trying to pull his car, trying to test his gangster. This nigga right here, he want to fuck. He horny. He's horny. He's horny, man. She probably underage, every fucking thing. He love that shit. He's horny. So boom. He like, shit. I bet. So his horny ass picks up the virus. Then the nigga says, now throw it back on that little ass dick, bitch. She start throwing it back on the little ass dick. Next thing you know, his little dick, his little yellow dick. Is y'all hearing me? His little yellow dick. Is y'all hear? His little yellow dick get hard a little too fast. He gets whiplash. I'm gonna say it again. His little yellow dick get hard a little too fast. The nigga catches whiplash. The nigga get horny a little too quick. He has an arousal aneurysm. Y'all, he got horny too fast. The nigga caught an arousal aneurysm. Do y'all know what an arousal aneurysm is? Me neither. He loses the grip. Drops the fucking virus. Boom. The world goes on lockdown. I'm telling y'all, my nigga. The nigga, his dick got hard a little too fast. He caught whiplash. After he caught whiplash, the nigga got horny a little too quick. Why he got hard a little too fast, at the same time he got horny a little too quick. And since he got horny too quickly, he caught an arousal aneurysm. The arousal aneurysm is what led to the nigga having a heart attack. After he had an arousal aneurysmic heart attack, the nigga drops the valve. He loses his grip. Boom. It breaks out, and then it gets out. It gets out into the air. Everybody gets sick. Because of these stupid motherfuckers decided to get lit in the laboratory. Niggas was popping champagne, had some Don Julio, big booty Chinese bitches twerking on their dick. They was playing music. Niggas was playing Whipper Gundam style, getting lit like a motherfucker. They probably was playing some motherfucking BTS. They probably was playing some, what's that other band called? What's that other band called, man? They probably was playing some pink, I forgot what the fuck it's called. Pink Drink. I think that's what it's called. Pink Drink. Or no, Pink Dark. Pink Ink. Pink Ink. I think that is. These niggas playing some Pink Ink. Getting lit, my nigga. Getting absolutely sparked. Motherfuckers was smoking everything. Niggas probably try to invite the Yakuza. You never know, my nigga. And then boom. One of the bitches come up to a nigga that look like this. One of them stupid gullible motherfuckers. Sits there and asks him, yo, daddy, you think if I twerk this ass and I put this shit up on you, you ain't gonna drop the valve, daddy? I want to see if you're gonna be able to hold the valve in your hand, daddy, with the virus while I throw this ass back on that D. And then nigga got horny. He was like, bet, I'm lit. I just created a chemical weapon that's finna destroy America. We finna be the strongest country on earth. Fuck it. Let me turn up. Go ahead, bitch, twerk that ass on that little ass dick. Turk that ass on that little dick, bitch. Turk that ass on that little dick, bitch. And boom. She started twerking. Nigga, little yellow ass dick got hard a little too fast. The nigga caught whiplash. And then the nigga had a arousal aneurysm. I'm telling y'all, bro, that's what happened. That's what happened, bro. That's what happened. Y'all niggas don't know, but that's what happened. That's what happened, bro. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to mute my mic for a little bit, my nigga. That shit was actually funny. But I'm dead ass. Like, y'all niggas think I'm joking. The second reason for why I think that the coronavirus got out into the real world is very valid. Like, y'all niggas don't think that these motherfuckers was partying with big booty Chinese bitches? Be honest with yourselves. Is y'all niggas really gonna sit here and lie? Is y'all niggas just gonna take out this very much possible explanation? This is a very possible thing that happened. These niggas was getting lit in the laboratory, and the nigga dropped the fucking valve with the virus in it because he was getting horny because a big booty Chinese bitch was twerking on him. He dropped the fucking valve with the virus in it. Now I know that I botched it a little bit, and when I first read it out, I kind of fucked it up. But still, nigga, this shit is legit. The fuck? I mean, that's what I think that happened. Honestly, I think the second part is what happened more than the first part. Y'all niggas can't tell me these niggas ain't dropped the valve from having a big... Y'all can't tell me these niggas dropped the valve from not being able to handle a whole bunch of ass. Y'all can't tell me, my nigga. Y'all can't tell me that's some shit that ain't... That happened, bro. That happened. Y'all niggas, alright, it's fine. Y'all niggas could rule it out as much as you want to, my nigga, but I'm pretty sure that these niggas created a virus, wanted to throw a party because they was happy that they was gonna be the #1 country on earth, they was finally gonna take out America, and they got a little too lit. They got a little too lit with some big booty Chinese bitches. He didn't know that he was gonna meet his demise from big fat ass turkey butt, and the nigga, he fucking had a heart attack from having too fast of a arousal. And then the arousal caused him to have an aneurysm. The nigga drops the valve and it breaks. I don't know. I don't understand how this is not a believable. This is not a believable. Like, what? It's not that believable to y'all niggas. Like, how? I don't understand how this is not a believable. I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. I feel like this is a very believable reason. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I feel like this is a very believable possibility. I don't understand how. Listen, fine, fuck it, fuck y'all niggas, y'all bitches. This is why. See, this is why I don't share. This is why I don't share what I'm thinking with you pussy ass niggas. Motherfuckers talking about nigga what? What the fuck are you talking about, nigga? Nigga, who the fuck? I know y'all niggas watching this video like, nigga, who the fuck? Why the fuck would they drop the valve from getting some big booty Chinese bitch to twerk on? Like, nigga, what are you even saying, bro? I knew I should never watch this video. I thought I was actually gonna learn something. Nigga, you did learn something. You learned that at any time a virus could break out because one of your favorite fucking scientists is getting lit with some big booty bitch as we speak at a fucking facility in the laboratory, and that nigga is not being careful, and he over here doing fucking stunts and dares from this pretty ass fat booty bitch because the nigga horny as fuck. He don't get no pussy from his wife at home. You don't. That's what you just learned. You can learn that any given time some big booty bitch could cause an entire pandemic that could shut down an entire fucking country, my nigga. That's what you just learned. That's what you just learned. You learned that these scientists will let a big booty bitch make them drop a valve. That's what you just learned, dummy. The fuck? I did teach you something. I just taught you something. Big booty bitches should not be in laboratories. Boom. There goes your lesson today. You happy now? You learned something new, fuck nigga. Anyway, Wikipedia. The free encyclopedia. This article about the group of viruses. See, it's a group of viruses for the virus that causes disease. See, SARS. Yeah, I want y'all to look at this. SARS. Doesn't it sound a lot like stars from Resident Evil? From Nemesis? This y'all mean to tell me this ain't some umbrella shit? Y'all mean to tell me this ain't some umbrella shit? I'm telling y'all, my nigga, they tried to turn us into zombies. Coronaviruses are a group of related RNA viruses that causes diseases in mammals and birds. in humans and birds. They cause respiratory tract infections that can range from mild to lethal. Mild illnesses in humans include some cases of the common cold, which is also caused by other viruses, predominantly rhinoviruses, while more lethal varieties can cause SARS, MERS, and COVID 19. In cows and pigs, they cause diarrhea, while in mice, they cause hepatitis and encephal, 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 encephalomyelitis. Encephalom. All right, hold on, y'all. I'm gonna get this word. Encephalo. Oh hell nah, bro. Fuck that. Hell nah. This shit making me look stupid. Man, let's get off this shit. I'm not reading that shit no more. You got me fucked up. I can't believe I just went down 20 dumb points, my nigga. That's no. I can't believe I just embarrassed the fuck out of myself. Did y'all just watch me? Y'all just watch me struggle like that? Why the fuck did y'all watch me read that? Close your ears! I'm done. That's it. That's my explanation for why the coronavirus is playing, bro. I'm done. Y'all got it. Hey, bro. Like the video, don't like the video. I really don't give a fuck. I think I made some great points. Honestly, bro, I don't think it's too far gone. I don't think it's too far gone. I really don't. I don't think that it's not a possibility that the virus broke out because niggas was getting lit in the laboratory. I think that's very much true. I think big booty bitches could cause a lot of harm in life. I mean, think of all the kings and all the other niggas that fell to a big booty pretty bitch. A big booty bitch with a pretty face. Just think about all the people, all the greatest men, all the greatest things in history, or all the most terrible things in history that has happened because a big booty bitch with a pretty face. Like, I don't think it's not a possibility, or it's not a very legitimate reason that we we had to deal with an entire pandemic and an epidemic and a fucking disease because a big booty bitch decided to twerk on the nigga that looked like him. Like, I don't, like, come on, bro. There's niggas that look like him, that big booty bitches, they manipulate and they take advantage of every day, bro. That big booty bitch was paid, my nigga. She wasn't there to actually twerk on his little yellow ass dick. She was there to get him to drop the valve. How much you want to bet? She put extra force in throwing that ass back on him. She knew he couldn't handle all that force being thrown on him. All that ass, all that mass of booty. She knew that nigga couldn't handle all that ass with such force being thrown on his pelvis. She knew that that shit would knock the nigga completely off of his pivot. She knew. She knew she had too much ass for this nigga. Y'all don't think that these bitches out here don't know when they have too much. Don't think, y'all. I'm gonna give y'all a little lesson. Don't think that these bitches out here don't know when they have too much ass for a nigga. Bitches know when they have too much ass for a nigga. And she knew that she had too much ass for this nigga, but she still took it upon herself and went through the process of throwing that shit back a little too forcefully with a little bit too much aggression and a little bit too much velocity, and she fucking killed the nigga. He had an arousal aneurysm. She knew what the fuck she was finna do to that nigga. She didn't care. She got paid off. She got paid off to drop the virus and release it out into the air. She got paid, bro. She got paid to do that shit, my nigga. She was a spy. It's that simple, my nigga. She was a spy. She used her ass as a weapon. Damn. Wait. So does that mean that the world almost ended from a big booty bitch? Hold on, the world almost ended from ass? Huh? Damn. Well, I mean, there's been plenty other times that the world almost ended from ass, right? I'm pretty sure the world could end from ass. I don't know. That's my story. Fuck y'all.